Hello students, in this session I am going to tell you the trick to find for the valence bond theory. For the valence bond theory, we get the 3 marks question for the structure. In that we need to make the structure also, we need to tell its hybridization, its magnetic property and which type of complex it is. That is the inner orbital complex or a outer orbital complex. Now, to solve for the valence bond theory, we need to keep in mind the two things. The first thing is what? That whenever you get a complex, then at first step, find out the oxidation number of the central metal ion. And the second one is your identify the type of ligand. Now, ligands we can have the, according to this theory we are talking, ligands we can have the two types. That is a weak field ligand and a strong field ligand. Now, many of you are confused that pairing will take place, why pairing is not taking place, like this you are confused. So, your full confusion will get off when we are going to discuss with the crystal field theory, because this weak ligand and the strong field ligand we study in the crystal field theory. As you remember that we have done as one of the limitation of the valence bond theory, that valence bond theory was not able to identify the type of the ligands. Okay. Now, as of now, just keep in mind that when we are having the weak field ligand, then it cannot pair up the electrons. But when you are going to have the strong field ligands, then it can pair up electrons. Now, this you, as of now, you can just keep in mind that when we are having the weak field ligand, it have the very low splitting of the d orbital. Its ability is of the very low splitting of the d orbital of the metal ion, which is going to present in the center of the complex. Okay. If you remember, then we have already done in the d and f block elements that when we was studying for that, we studied in the properties, okay, there is the splitting of the orbitals. So same, just keep in your mind that there will be the splitting of the d orbital, but in the case of the weak field, that splitting is a very less. It have the very less splitting. Another thing, just keep in your mind that the fluorine and chlorine, they are the weak field ones, and your NH3 and Cn minus are the your strong field ligands. Clear? Let's look with the help of the example. Say suppose we are having the COF6 3 minus. Now in the case of this, first what you are going to do, you are going to take out the oxidation number for the cobalt. Now oxidation number for the cobalt will be what? 6. F ka minus 1, it is going to be 6, and this is minus 3. So X value will going to come the 3. Now second one is what, that you are going to write down the electronic that electronic configuration for the cobalt. Its atomic number is 27. Therefore argon 3d7, 4h2, 4p0, and it will be 4d0. But when its oxidation number is plus 3, so what will be it? Argon 3d6, 4s0, 4p0, and 4d0. Now, let's make its orbital picture. I'm just rubbing it and making a bigger picture. Okay. Clear? Now, let's fill it according to our electronic configuration. 3D6 it was. 3D6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And 4s was a 0, your 4p was a 0 and 4d was the 0. Now what we are having? We are having the 6 fluorines. Isn't it? Now 6 fluorines means that it requires the 6 vacant d orbitals, 6 vacant orbitals. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Means it will be getting this. So what will be its orbital picture now? 3d6, fluorine, 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 fluorine. Okay. Now over here if you look, it have came in a combination with a sp3 and d2. Therefore its hybridization has come to be sp3d2. As there is the presence of the unpaired electrons, because there is the presence of the unpaired electrons, so what will be its type? It will be a paramagnetic. Besides the paramagnetic, we say because the d orbitals are involved, it will be inner d complex, and due to paramagnetic, it is going to have the high spin. Okay. Now, if you are going to look the geometry, in the case of the geometry, what will be its geometry? That is, its geometry will be octahedral. Okay. Means whenever you are going to get the question for the this valence bond theory coordination compound, your writing finding out the oxidation number is going to remain same in all the cases. Then writing its orbital picture, that will be same. Only the difference comes, that is that whether it is going to pair up or it is not going to pair up, and that pairing or non pairing depends on your whether the given compound is a given ligand is a strong ligand or it is a weak ligand. Okay, let's look another example. CONH3 6 3 plus. Same for the cobalt, oxidation state is plus 3 over here. Therefore, it is going to be the 3d6. Now, in this case, 4 3d, 4s, and 4p. So 3d6. Okay, there is no electron in the 4s and 4p and the 4d also if we draw. Now look, NH3. NH3 we have done that it is having the strong field. Therefore, because of its strong field, we say that the pairing is going to takes place. This pairing has got taken place and we are left over with the 6 vacant orbitals, which we over here the filling of the NH3 lone pair will going to take place. That is this NH3, 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 NH3. Okay. Now, what will be its hybridization? Here we are having the 2D S and P3. So hybridization will be D2sp3. Then it is all electrons are going to be the paired. All are paired. Therefore, it is a diamagnetic, and only the 3D is involved. Therefore, it will be a inner D complex. Okay, in this manner we solve these questions. Just follow these simple steps and you will be able to score a full 3 marks in this question. In our NCRT, your work is in your NCRT, whatever the questions we are having, just try out all them to test yourself whether you have understood